Hello Runescape, Wilmison here with a new video, and how is everyone doing? I'm doing some Hunter in the background while we are going to be doing a podcast regarding free-to-play, which you probably have guessed based on the video title. With me here I have myself, there's just the beautiful Wilmison. I have 12464, Natarf, and non-Runescape player Denny. Do you guys want to say hello to the good viewers of the Will's channel?
Actually, I have something to say. I have a huge speech ready for this moment.
He's been training. This is like his whole entire life is led up to this moment.
It's only like 3 A4 pages long, so
okay,
let's hear it.
Let's hear it's a podcast, so right, we can basically...
Yeah, I lied, I don't have anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I was kind of expecting something now. Now I don't have any ideas for the rest of the podcast. Gosh, Nate. Okay, but let's get into this. So, as you all know, RuneScape is one of the most popular free-to-play games, or at least used to be one of the most popular free-to-play games, with thousands of people logging in every single day. I think just last year the average was over 300,000 unique users logging into RuneScape every single day, and a lot of those are free-to-play players. And currently, as you all know, free-to-play is being encouraged a lot. Well, a lot of member stuff are being added into free-to-play, especially in the new tutorial and starting area being Taverley or Berthorpe, with a lot of kind of things popping around there being members. For example, skills or the Dwarven Army Axe or various quests or whatever for people to notice that you can actually pay for this game. And a lot of people find this a bad way to promote membership, and that's why we're doing this podcast, to discuss that and how it could potentially be improved. So let's jump right into it. Do you guys have anything to say regarding improving free-to-play?
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Does anyone use the Dwarven hatchet or whatever it is?
I don't actually know. Like, I remember when it first was released, I never really used it because I wasn't really sure if it was good or anything like that.
When I created my do-it-yourself account, I found it very useful actually. It was like a all-in-one tool to start off with, so I think it's good.
Okay, yeah, that's a valid reason. Okay, so free-to-play in general, what do you guys think of the current free-to-play system?
Meh.
Meh? What's that mean? Come on, tell me. Tell me!
It means like they're making free-to-play just a members playground basically. For a big example, if you get a rare item in Treasure Hunter,
yeah,
of course it's gonna say, oh, you have to be members to claim this item, even though it's just a cosmetic override. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. We also have the offhand wielding, because free-to-play members can, well, not free-to-play members, but free-to-play players can create offhand weapons, but they can't wear them, because when they try to, it tells them you need to be a member to wear dual wielding.
I did not know this actually, and
No.
also when you put it in perspective, I forgot that free-to-play players actually can't use some of the members' abilities. For an example, a fixate is an... no, wait, no, I'm wrong there. There's a lot of member abilities that free-to-play players can't use.
Yeah.
Some which I don't know which ones they are, because I'm a member on this account and it won't show me, oh, this is a member's ability, so you can basically use it, but in free-to-play you can't. I think you can't use wild magic in free-to-play.
Okay, yeah. I'm not really sure what all that means, but yeah.
You're a skiller.
It's combat.
It's basically combat. What I'm saying, they're restricting players to use overpowered combat abilities, basically, and that's the only reason why most people play in PKing in free-to-play, because it restricts a lot of combat abilities that are, quote, overpowered, unquote. And also,
Yeah.
I also think it's bad because people want to, basically, if you want to experience member, it shouldn't be shoved up your face, basically.
Yeah, I agree on that 100%.
I mean, they have that big subscribe button.
Well, it's not that big to be fair, and I guess for larger screens it's not really very noticeable.
No, for my screen it's not noticeable, but I still think if I'm playing on the laptop, you see that subscribe button being subscribed being like in the middle of the screen. I'm like, just move, just move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Danny to say something, but...
No, I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay. So, we also have the game pop-ups, you know, whenever you log in and so there's some kind of new promotion or something like that. It tells you to buy a member on free-to-play, which I guess... I can understand that, like, say, promotion now and then, not necessarily all the time, which I guess is okay. But in that case, it should really have, like, the massive subscribe button everywhere and all these kind of small features that you can't do because you need to be a member for it. But I think we covered most of like the negatives of what member promotion is in the game. That's negative. What's good promotion? Like, let's say that you have the chance to change everything. What would you do?
I would honestly feel like when I got members way long ago, basically saying like I was fishing. I mean it's a bad example but when I was fishing in Kramja back in the days when that was the big free-to-play spot and people were asking for fires and everything.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, when I got members, there were so many things open for me. The world was big, like literally, it felt so big to me. There was new spots where I could fish, I could do new stuff. I wouldn't technically shove people the membership benefits to their face. People need to get really interested. They're like, yeah, I like this game.
Yeah, I did watch a video on that very recently where they were talking about the good free-to-play model and the bad free-to-play models. And the RuneScape did fall under one of the rather negative models, rather being pushing up their face and you need to pay to be continuing with this game or whatever, which is bad.
Yeah.
The good model is if you want to pay for the game pretty much and you want to be better, and I think that the World Gate, well, not the World Gate but the Members Gate back in the day, we know where you had this kind of gate north of Hallador which you could walk through when you became a member pretty much in the members area. You could kind of spectate the members area from what you could see from there and whatever, which I thought was a pretty cool thing where you could kind of see what members has to offer but not necessarily actually do it. And you also have, like you said, with the fishing thing, that new stuff open for you and you could do new stuff and whatever, which is a really good thing because that means that people want to be a member. What I do like that Jagex is doing at the moment though is the leveling system, because in Berthorp you can train a member stats up to level 5 as well as, well, that's pretty much it to be fair. But,
yeah, but
that is a good thing.
It is a good thing because it shows you, oh, basically Slayer is one of my favorite skills, and I can agree with a lot of many other people. Slayer would be a favorite skill because basically he's saying you need to hunt these monsters.
Yeah.
And you level up. And also it's not repetitive, it's always a different monster you kill.
Exactly.
Even though the combat is kind of repetitive, but when you level up in the skill you get the special loot. And one example, the Abyssal Whip. I know it's not worth much these days, but when the time you got level 85 Slayer, you felt like something awesome. I can hunt these new creatures. Not many people can do this, but I can do it now.
Yeah.
And get some extra bit of cash if I get the whip.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna kind of disagree on everything now and say, or not kind of disagree, but I'm gonna say I understand why Jagex would have this kind of free-to-play model, because obviously you can't have all the members stuff for free-to-play.
No, I understand.
I think it's worse if you have like, okay, you have everything open and then you would get like a cap, like a level cap, which I know some games have. Like you can get everything, but you can only play up to like level 20, and this being like 60 maximum, for example, and then you have to become like a member or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah, isn't that how WoW does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And at least I know how that, or I understand that they do such a thing, because Runescape is probably not one of the games that's selling us, or it's not the selling as much as it used to. And to keep like a player base, they need to push what membership has to offer up in people's faces to actually
But
get
not
player
necessarily
base.
though, because the video I mentioned earlier, I think this mentioned something about that in most cases, those games who make the players who want to be a member, those usually come better off, because pushing members up in people's faces only lasts that long, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking that if people have members pushed up in their faces all the time, it's either two ways it's going, which is one, that they figure out that, you know what, this is just complete wrong, I'm not going to play this game, and whenever my friends play it, I'm going to tell them it's a bad game because members are being pushed up my face. And you also have those who just pays just to get it away, but usually those don't last very long either. So, but in that way, it might look like it's a successful way to do it, but in the long run, it's not. Whereas, if you make people want to play the game, or pay for the game for that case, the money might come in a little bit later, like, let's just say next week, just to have like an impression of what later is. But more people would pay for it.
But then again, RuneScape, like the amount of player or the player base has like just been falling and falling and falling in the last few years.
Not necessarily. At the moment, it's actually going up in player base.
Yeah, but is that because of the free to play? We don't know.
I don't know actually. What I imagine is that after the massive changes to the game, like the EOC and whatever, the player count did drop quite a lot. But recently it's been picking itself up again, which I think is because of the way Jaggers have been handling updates. For example, improving stuff like the part of the players, which is an insanely good concept, and things like that, which players might be thinking that, wow, this is actually not that bad at all. But new players, like most of the people who pay for the game at the moment, are people who have been playing for several years. Like, there's a while now since I met someone who's completely new to the game. Which is kind of the main issue here. Like, we need to make people want to play the game when they try out free to play, and I don't think that any new player wants members shoved up like that and still would want to play the game.
I think for my sake, when I started playing the game, it didn't take probably more than, let's say, a week, probably less than that, before I actually became a member.
Do you know why? Like, what did you see?
I don't know. It was just like, it felt exciting, and it was just like, oh, I want to try this thing, and so I don't think, or like this thing, a Slayer, what is this all about? What do I have to do? Or fletching, wow, I can make my own arrows and stuff like that. And I can things like that.
You have to understand the base of the free-to-play model is to test out the game if you really are going to like it. For me, it took me like 2-3 years until I got member, and I was playing free-to-play on and off, and my account was basically built up from the free-to-play, and then later, because I wanted to experience more of the game rather than just to still be free-to-play.
Well, that's a good thing about RuneScape as well, because you have those games where it's like you can train for a certain period of time, and then it's like, yep, nope, you have to pay, you know. But RuneScape is, you can play for as long as you want. Like, free to play is kind of its own game, because you can't play it. It's not all content, but you can play for as long as you want to. You can get pretty far up, and you would not be done with free to play in a few years if you tried.
No, exactly. The thing is, if for an example, me, when I was very like new to this game, I had my account at level 60 or something, and like being a little bit of me, I was going to fish lobsters at like 60 fishing or something, 70 perhaps. It took me a while because I thought lobsters were the best experience then, because it's free to play, and also when you get the feeling of you can finally catch swordfish.
Yeah, of course. That's
the
pretty cool.
That feeling was like, oh man, I'm so gonna catch a lot of these.
Yeah.
And go kill lesser demons in that one dungeon. And Gramja. Oh my god, that was the days.
Well, what I remember very well was that some of the first thing that made me remember was that, like Natarf said, you had all these skills that you could not train, but you could train them as members, which was a pretty cool feature. And you also had, like I said, the gate north of Follow Door, where you could kind of look into Taverley, which was like, this is the member server, you can't go there, but you can see it through the gate.
It's like added some mystical thing.
Yeah, it did, right?
Yeah.
It's like, this is the land that I can go to if I pay for members. And I remember the very first time that I paid member, that I knowingly walked through the gates instead of teleporting somewhere, kind of just to have the feeling that I'm finally kind of walking through the gate, you know?
Yeah, that's what happened. My first place, I remember it clearly, it was in Canterbury. Then I realized there's such a close spot to fish shark
I
and
know, right?
lobster.
And that was a
I
pretty
was-
cool thing.
I was like, it's close to a bank also. I was like, this is unbelievable awesome. Like, I understand that members get benefit, but that's the point of being a member.
Yeah.
It should be giving you benefits.
You also have the quest list, you know, you can go on your quest page and see like, this is a free-to-play quest. You do a few quests, you think like, wow, this is actually pretty fun, because the free-to-play quests are actually pretty good nowadays. And you can see that there's like another like almost 200 quests for those who pay for the game. And I think that's also a really good way to encourage membership without actually pushing it up people's faces. So,
Yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Actually, I remember when I first got membership, I had logged out right outside the gate, so whenever I logged in after membership, I could just walk right inside.
Exactly. So, Denny, you don't play RuneScape. What do you consider a good free-to-play model?
Well,
Dota 2.
well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
no. I played a lot of Dota 2, and I do play LoL active. And those are pretty good free-to-play models. Like, you don't have to pay for anything to play it in any way, and the only thing you can pay for is like cosmetics and
Yeah.
just look cool.
That,
They
that's
actually, they actually earn a lot of money on that because
Yeah, that's true. But then again, it's very different between an MMO and...
yeah,
But I can't really... I mean, for an example, Dota 2 has a great free-to-play way. You don't have to spend a penny on the game. It's all about cosmetics as well.
yeah.
But for a MMO, it's going to be different, though.
Yeah, it's a bit harder. I mean, there is a lot of like different free-to-play models with MMOs. I've tried some of them, but like
I've also
pretty
tried
shit.
a lot of them. Oh, trust me.
Like Dragon something. I don't remember. the name,
Dragon
something.
Quest or something. I don't
Yeah.
Fable Quest.
Fable Quest. Really? Did you just made that up?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some Fable thing or whatever. Dragon
It's
Fable.
Fable
Dragon
is a
Fable.
game, yeah.
Fable is a game. Will.
Dragon Fable.
Yeah,
there
Dragon
you have it.
Fable too, yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a game. I mean, yeah.
There's like Fable everything and Dragon everything and Quest everything.
I'm a vivid gamer, I would say. I've tested out a lot of free-to-play games. Basically, in the one game, I'm just gonna name it, Forsaken World, me and my friend were testing out like new free-to-play games because we were bored and let's see what it could bring us. And that free-to-play game was basically a pay-to-win game. You could get everything early on, or you could just grind for hours and hours and hours until you get this one shoe. No, but
Yeah, that
Congratulations,
that's
you
really
get a shoe. Okay, great.
I mean, there's no competitive drive in those games. It's like, if I'm gonna play it, what's the point? If I see another player being like all geared up because he paid extra, like paid to win.
bad. Yeah, pay to win is not good.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I can understand Treasure Hunter being paid to win if people...
No, not necessarily. Not. It used to be quite a lot where you could just like you get XP on every single time you spin that thing, but now it's not like that anymore. They removed quite a lot of XP. They kind of turned it into bonus XP rather, and it's kind of rare to get them, I guess. Like not necessarily rare, but you don't really get that much from them.
Yeah, but still, as me with 99 stats, I mean, a small crystal gives me 10,000 bonus experience.
But it's bonus XP though. It's not direct XP.
No, I know that. I mean, for over a period of time, it's still like, if I really want to compete, let's say against a friend, a friend, but he has bonus experience and I don't, and we're both 99. And let's say whoever gets the most experience in this stat, he will obviously win.
Yeah, of
because
course,
the
but that's not necessarily pay to win though. Like, I understand that RuneScape is turning a little bit towards that with the bonus XP, treasure hunter or whatever, but it's not a very serious thing. It's not like, here, buy 99, you know, or buy...
No, exactly.
Here you have like 10,000 million gold coins if you give me like $5.
The only thing that the bonus experience can do can devalue a skill, but the only thing that they actually fail, I'm just gonna say this straight up, the silver hawk boots were not a good thing.
No, but that was solved eventually.
Yeah, it's...
That was fixed up, and, you know, I think that's a good thing. It's a good concept though, and at the moment they're doing really well with the promotions rather than having like bonus XP in Slayer or whatever. They're rather doing things like the gnome ball thing or the rock golem outfit or things like that, which I think is a really good thing because it's cosmetics. It's not necessarily massive advantages.
Actually, I wanna say that that's like one of the things I hate the most about RuneScape right now is the promotional things. I feel like when you're paying for membership and you're paying for that, you get all these like promotional things. Oh, if you actually just pay a little bit more, you have a chance of getting this. Now, like, I want to get these things, but
then again, they introduced bonds, and I know,
like, I don't want to play let's say 10-20 hours a week just to, or in a couple of days just to get the new items that's released, or promotional just to get like this keys to be able to spin.
I know that, I know. But there's one thing though, even though you can do that, you can also buy bonds to do it as well with your in-game currency.
Yeah, that's so expensive that you have to have a lot of money.
I know it's expensive, but hear me out though. Bonds are the best thing that could have ever come into the game.
Yeah, bonds are great.
That's actually a really fun kind of thing to know. Like, it's very good that you can actually spend your in-game wealth to gain membership, but a lot of people reacted on bonds being like, you can buy a bond and sell it in-game and you will get money for it, which is technically selling GP in a way. But at the same time, it was the best update released last year. Like, I did a poll on this on my channel with hundreds of people voting, and even when I released it to the public and even more people could vote, it was still the rank 1 released, well, rank 1 update, well, maybe below the World Wakes, but, you know, it's still pretty high up, and I was quite surprised about that because of what bonds actually was.
I mean, the thing is, as for many people that are playing free-to-play, and they really want to get into member, and they're like, I don't have money for like in real life to get members, even though it doesn't cost a lot to get members in real life. How much is it? $5?
It's something like that.
Yeah. But here in Sweden it's different than everywhere else. But they introduced a new way to pay for membership, with, for me, being like many years ago. If they had bonds then, I would honestly go get money as a free-to-play player and get a bond and actually experience member. How it feels like. If I don't like the game, well, I just paid like 7 million GP for it, so
exactly.
It doesn't hurt.
And it's a good thing as well because Jagex earns more money on bonds than what you would if you paid member individually. Because that's like true. Of course, like all the bonds in game are already items bought by other people for I think it's like $6 or something like that. Let's say that one bond costs $6 and normal membership costs like $5, something like that. Anyways, if you use the bond to get membership, Jagex will still earn more money than what they would if you paid member on your own.
Exactly.
Which is like an incredibly talented thing to do.
I think a bit like about how you like buy bonds and you could get money, for example. Yeah, and by selling them, I think that actually is kind of a good thing in some ways. Like it takes away like the reward trading for like other people and makes like less of, let's say, people hacking your account to sell your items for real life money, and it gives like a lot of people definitely have a problem making money in the game, and it's like if they have or are fortunate enough to have a decent income in real life, they could actually get some money and be able to train their skills and continue to have fun on RuneScape and doing skills they like, rather than just trying to grind money and like for many at like rates of 300k gold an hour, which will not get them very far when the skills cost as much as they do now.
Yeah.
I think.
Fair enough. So we're getting closer to an end of this podcast. So let's do a little summarize-ish kind of idea, kind of thing here. Improving free-to-play. What have we agreed on here?
That they really shouldn't shove like member things on
Yes.
your screen. Like literally, they can't just like literally they can't be like, oh, there's a new promotion that they're going. If you subscribe to member, you can earn 2 spins a day. Like.
What I think is okay is the lobby advertisement.
Lobby advertisement.
Yeah.
As well as the Solomon's General Store little house or whatever in Vera, because it kind of shows people what they can buy. It was recently released. I like the leveling system for level 5 members, as well as being able to look into the members' world from free-to-play. And that is about it. That's the perfect thing. Also, as well as questing and things like that, which is pretty good. What we don't like is, as Van just said, is showing up in people's faces and people being able to create like offhand weapons, which is member stuff, and the Linsa's Dwarven Army Axe thing in the very beginning of the game and whatever. Those things should be removed, and if they did that, I think that could be beneficial for the game and create more members.
And maybe find out the other way for having the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean for me, because I wanted to become a member, it was a new feeling. And also, I'm actually willing to give out a bond to a free-to-play player. If there's anyone who's going to watch this that is free-to-play, I'm gonna give out someone a bond.
Yeah.
I'll give them out.
Another thing they could do is that, let's say that once your account, free-to-play account, reaches maybe like 24 hours of in-game time, there could be like one pop-up or something advertising members like, this is what you can get if you become a member. I think that actually could be a decent thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you're free to play, you've been playing this for like 1 day in total, 24 hours.
How would you like to become a member?
Yeah, it's like, this is what you can get if you become a member. And I think that could be one good pop-up. Not necessarily like 24/7 pop-ups like it is at the moment, but
And actually,
just as one member pop-up.
I wish... Yeah, go on. Continue, Vanya.
there's also like, there's not many people that are free. I mean, like for me example, I don't go back to free-to-play worlds. I do that sometimes to see if there's something new, and also maybe to chat with people.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of
And-
people in free-to-play though, like especially in World 3,
Yeah.
there's people everywhere.
Yeah, I know. But the point is, when I find a person in free-to-play and he asks me how member is, I'm gonna talk to him about it. I'm not gonna be like, no, the membership is great, and just leave him there. I'm just gonna talk about what great things you can do,
Yeah.
and also for being a player that is Comcade, it's I don't feel it's like my duty, but I do sometimes go to free-to-play and see what's changing with the community, how it is, how everyone is doing there. It's totally different from a member community.
Yeah.
It's two communities different. You can see people asking me, what cape is that? It's like, and I tell them it's completion escape, and they ask me how you get it, and I just say, basically getting 99 all stats. But that's not the point I'm trying to see. I'm trying to, like, if they're interested in member, I could honestly tell them everything about member being all this excited thing and everything. I'm not just gonna be a ass and just be quiet and just sit there and throw my logs into a bonfire.
yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean, you can encourage people, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
can hire, I mean, like, veteran players can encourage free-to-play members to feel excited about the game and not being like, oh, the whole community is just an ass.
Exactly.
There's a lot of nice people.
There is.
I wish that's like it's somewhat related. I wish they would have like a, let's say, kind of another tier of membership, like a tier 2, where you didn't get the pop-ups about the promotional items. Like you maybe paid like little bit more a month, and you could get the promotional items and don't have to worry about that. But yeah.
To be fair, you shouldn't get that at all, because when you pay for member, you one of the perks is no advertisement.
Yeah, exactly.
And as I said, the lobby and the website advertisement is okay, I don't mind that. But when you're in-game as a member, you should not get pop-ups saying, "Hello, this is in my store right now," or whatever.
Yeah, I just don't like the promotional items. So if they were gonna have it, I would rather have a solution like that I could pay some money to get the items, because some of the items I really want, but I can't get them.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's almost in the store in Treasure Hunter. It's a good concept, even though Treasure Hunter can give some bonus XP. It is something that Jagex earns money on. It's something open for everybody, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about the things that's like, now it's the Sapphire and Emerald and Ruby Golem or thing outfit, which was like 5 days only.
Yeah.
Like, if that would have been like 2 months ago or 1.5 months ago, I would be in the middle of like some weird celebration we have in Norway, and I would never have a chance to even be on Runescape.
Yeah.
And then I would come back and like find out, oh, I can actually go to Living Rock Caverns now and do that without getting attacked, and it's like, oh,
that's
right.
kind of a benefit with things I don't like. It's like Living Rock Caverns, there's a world where everybody is, so everybody talks, everybody defends everyone. But having that outfit, I think that just kills the immersion of the game. You go, basically I'm trying to say, you go into a dangerous place, you should be getting attacked. But having a benefited outfit from the treasure hunter, that's not a good thing. That's not good advertisement in my opinion. Like, yeah, I can understand. One of my friends has that outfit, and I tend to find this friend being in Living Rock Cavern, seeing this friend not getting attacked. I'm like, and myself, I don't have the outfit, but I get attacked.
Yeah. Well, what I do like what the things like the golem outfit is that it's one of those things where you won't get it if you use your daily spins or keys. So it makes people want to buy keys in order to get these things. Well, that is a good design.
It is a good design, yes, that's a good design.
Especially since it's not necessarily pay to win, since it is pretty much a cosmetic and the advantages is rather low.
You get also extra experience for having it, so, and extra chance.
Well, it's not necessarily that much, it's kind of, yeah. Well, still though, it's a good design because people want to buy it. If this sold XP straight off the bat and everything, then it would
That would be pay to win.
That would be pay to win, and that would be bad design. At the moment with these outfits and like the gnome ball, that no advantages and all on that gnome ball, and people are crazy about getting it.
I know.
And that's a very good design.
I just don't like how it's limited to like a couple of days. If you remember like the Sauce Chef and all those things, you could get that for months. It would just be like, if you missed it, it would still be in Treasure Hunter. I think that's how it should be. So if you actually want to get it, you can get it real quick, or you can actually wait and you can get it with your daily spins.
Though I agree on that, people would not buy it then, well, buy keys then, because it's like, well, I'll probably eventually get that. Or rather than like, this is the last day I can get this, you don't have it yet, so you should probably buy spins.
Yeah, but then again, you're paying for membership, so you shouldn't get those things at all.
It's cosmetic things that needed for the game, and I think that as long as Jagex are keeping the game up like they are at the moment, I don't really mind how it is at the moment with Treasure Hunter.
For an example, somebody remembers those monkey barrels.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of those.
How about 2 of those?
I have 11.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought I had a lot. I have 5.
Yeah. But okay, okay.
It's a discontinued item and all, but still, it's nice to have.
So this was one big transition from free-to-play to Treasure Hunter or microtransactions. So let's end off the video here, the podcast. We're going for a nice half an hour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening in. If you guys have any ideas for improvements for free-to-play, do comment in the comment section below. And whatever, if you have any ideas for future podcasts, let me know that as well, and we're probably gonna do that with every one of the good people in this call or something like that. So, yeah. So do you guys want to say something, final words, or like 13 pages of thank you speeches or something?
Okay, I have a page right here. No, I'm joking. But
Hey, Mom!
That's the thing you say, but no. If there is anyone being a free-to-play right now, if you're watching this, I'm willing to give you a bond.
Everyone's gonna say they're free to play now.
Oh no, I'm giving it to one person,
membership.
and I hope I hope they're excited for membership. I'm not gonna waste it on a random guy that is already a member. I
Yeah.
just want to give a free bond to a free-to-play player that will actually could enjoy the member benefits.
Well then, I'll end off. Well, Danny, Natarf, you guys wanna say goodbye?
I said hi, Mom.
Goodbye, people.
Bye.
I'm
Great.
fine.
Goodbye everyone, my name is Wilmusit, and I'll see you guys later.